Man.
Big Hawk.
I
bet he had a big hawk.
Northman. I feel like it's part of the theme of this
He had
movie that we
a
watched.
big hawk.
So, for
He's
the
a big
first
guy.
time, Rob and I went to the movies together.
We shared popcorn.
We had a
We
blanket.
had a big hawk, and we each had straws in it.
No, never put a straw in your big hog. You shove it in your mouth as is, okay?
I did like that. So we sat down, and you and I were the first.
Oh,
in the
we
theater.
can complain about this theater.
And I thought the theater was all right.
Okay, the back row.
What? I think it was a guy that had Tourette's syndrome. Legitimately,
It was not. It was like a cough of some sort.
that part of Tourette's syndrome is doing that.
It was like.
But he would do it routinely. I think the guy had Tourette's syndrome.
I think he had COVID,
I think he had Tourette's.
and we have COVID now.
It's all right.
It's the flu now.
I think he had Tourette's syndrome, and you're disablest. Or,
I don't. Only if he had Tourette's syndrome, and I knew that.
which he did.
I don't
You
think
should
he
have gone
did.
and asked him. Hey, listen. Pause the movie.
Hey, asshole.
Do you have Tourette's? But yeah, sorry, we're talking about the Northman. The first thing. Okay, so yeah, we sit down. And
Okay,
I had a thing of popcorn, and I got my
where I was
M&Ms
going,
as
yeah.
well. And I had this girl and her boyfriend came and sat in the chairs beside me. And it took me about like a minute. I'm like, oh shit, my M&Ms are there in her thing. So I just went
she's
over.
already
like,
sitting there.
and she's sitting there, and I took them, and I'm like, and I realized, being a Canadian person, I took it. I'm like, I'm sorry. I said, I didn't know if you like wanted to put your drink down, and you're like, this asshole won't move his M&Ms, and I don't want to be a dick and say to this guy, move your fucking M&Ms, and then he goes, you should have just stole them.
It would have been funny if you just left it there the whole time.
She fucking stole my M&Ms.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was funny. But yeah, so sorry, got into the Northman. I enjoyed it very much. You did not enjoy it.
I did not.
What did you not enjoy about it?
It was okay, but it was very. It was filled with all. It's like the stupid Macbeth movie, where it's like it's filled with these stupid like witches saying stupid shit and like you can't understand them because it's not full English and.
It's like that Anglo-Saxon
should have had
English.
subtitles for most of this movie. I wanted to get to the point, like the main issues of this movie. Like once it got good, like when he started attacking,
Fjorn or whatever.
yeah, his whole group.
Yep.
That was good. That was really good. But everything else, I was just sitting there going, I'm just bored.
This is what happens when you watch too much Marvel garbage. It rots your fucking brain. But I will say, the movie is too long. But where it can be cut down is its third act. The third act goes on way too long to get to a point that you know is coming. But no, I really enjoyed I enjoy kind of the world that Egger sets up. He did the same thing in Lighthouse. He did the same thing in The Witch. He sets up this. But even when you're watching this, he set like. There's no part of it that feels like they haven't lived in it. You know what I mean? Like when you go to when Ethan Hawke shows up as the king and he's got his wife who's Nicole Kidman and his son, it feels like they've been there a while. Like this place has lived for a while.
Yes.
And then
They had really good sets.
the actors and every part of it made it feel like it was lived in. And you're not going to get that without showing them living in it like they do in the movie.
Yeah.
So
Even though they're small sets too.
Yeah, and the movie had fantastic editing. The editing really stands out as very impressive about it. I really enjoyed it. It is, I will say, the least favorite. All of Eggers' movies have gone in the order they've come out, and for me personally, favorite to least favorite. The Witch is still number one. The Witch is just a movie that I think what I like the most about it is I cannot believe that is somebody's first movie. It's like watching a Stanley Kubrick movie and going, how did you make that first? So really, really impressed by The Witch. Love The Lighthouse and really like The Northman, but it's going, downwards. But I really recommend watching it. The only thing I think people might, well, besides you didn't like it at all, is the third act. You know that he's going to come for revenge. Like, you know he's going to do that. The movie set up that. You know that they're not going to cheat
the
him.
point.
Yeah, or the audience and say, "Oh no, I found love, so I'm not gonna go get revenge on the guy that killed my dad." So that part where there's a lot of plotting, like, "Oh, you're the love of my life. I'll stay. Oh, and you're pregnant with 2 babies." Like, shut up, hurry up, get past this. We know you're going to go and avenge your fucking dad. Get to that part.
And your mother and your not brother.
Yeah, his brother, half brothers technically, right? But I like the setup. The Nicole Kidman turn was unexpected and was a little dark for him.
It made you uncomfortable.
Yeah, really did.
Because it turned her from like the loving mom that you expected into the loving mom.
Right.
Like she was like, okay, like if you do this, you and I can get together.
And there's a lot of Oedipus and a lot of King Lear to
I'm
this,
sure
man.
back then wasn't unheard of. Like it happened
Even
a
fucking-
fair bit, I'm sure. But it was just
Yeah,
awkward.
a little off-putting. You're like, ooh. But maybe, I mean, look at that Garspar guy. He was fucking jacked. He was big. I knew he had gotten really big for the movie. We've all seen like the fucking ads where his abs and fucking. But even when he stands next to people, you're like, whoa, that's a big fucking dude, man. So I can understand why she was like, I want to get some of that Skarsgård in my big hawk.
If you like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is a video game.
Is it that? I think this is a little before that, though. That's kind of early Roman Empire, isn't? I don't know. I never played
It's
Assassin's
Vikings.
Creed. Is there Vikings in Assassin's Creed? Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you like that whole feel, you'll like this one. What was the other Viking show? Oh, there's one on Netflix.
Vikings?
That was good. Yeah.
I've heard of the show Vikings. I've never watched it, but people have told me.
I
It's good.
like that one, even though it does have all that like
the Norse mythology.
Norse. Yeah.
See, I'm okay with that as long as, and I keep on going back to Moon Knight. That's only because we talk about it so much. But Moon Knight, all the Egyptian stuff, I don't care about any of it.
I like it.
But it's not that I don't care about it, but none of it's interesting. Whereas with the Norse,
It's not explained.
yeah, that's another
At
like,
all.
Oh, there's Alexander. Oh my goodness, this is Alexander. Like, why not tell people who Alexander the Great was and what he did?
There's no explanation. It's like there's all these mythic gods. You're supposed to go and like
And just
educate
go,
yourself,
"Wow."
and it's like, well, why don't you explain
they're
some
just,
of it?
They're just supposed to say mythic gods. You're supposed to go, oh wow.
I know.
Where
It's
they
not
give you
good.
fucking history and stuff. I'm like, this is what makes it interesting. Also, the gore was a lot of fun. I love gore in movies, and
It was very specific.
yeah.
Because like the nose thing was the first big one, wasn't it?
Yep.
And
Rips
it was
off the
just
nose.
like, yeah. And then he had no nose for the whole movie.
That was great.
Great callback.
Great. Yep. I like more. He chops all of his friends apart and fucking puts them up like in a symbol.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so good. It was just. It's never over the top. It's never like. I always call it that kind of unnecessary gore where you just see some movies where it's just like, okay, we get it, dude. Like there's Evil Dead gore, which is over the top and fun, and then the movie that for me that always comes to mind is this really shitty John Lithgow, Denzel Washington movie called Ricochet, which is just has so much unnecessary gore in it. You're like, this is making the movie boring. You know?
He definitely wanted to show they wanted the audience to be uncomfortable in many spots.
Yep.
And it worked.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I'd recommend people watch it. Don't take your kids to see it.
No.
I did see someone with a
Nope.
might have been a younger girlfriend. I think it was a daughter. It was people in the back row.
I didn't look at anyone. I just
This
heard
girl
them.
looked significantly younger than the guy she was with.
could be.
Maybe. I'm not one to fucking
I
criticize.
don't assume anyone's age or
But-
affliction.
This girl looked older. I want to say like very, very late teens, like maybe 20, 21. I don't think a 20, 21-year-old person would really appreciate this story. I think it was more a story for people who aren't of the Marvel generation. I know that's mean to say, but if you really can sit with a long movie that tells a long story,
I
this
expected
is for you.
it from the trailer. I expected more action.
Yeah.
And like a
they're really
revenge
selling
plot.
that, yeah.
I got that, but it was like it is very slow in between the big moments, and
Yep.
unfortunately, like slower than Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But you know what? Slow like the Game of Thrones books. Not slow like the Game of Thrones TV show. Because there's fucking chapters of the Game of Thrones books where it starts introducing you and he spends 25 fucking pages on a character and then says, oh, and then fucking Samuel Tarly stabbed him at the end. And you're like, well, fuck, what did I read about this whole character for?
The Northman has a really good rating. It's
Good.
like
I think it
80,
deserves it.
90, something like that. What do you think you would put as, like, out of 100?
Out of 100, I'd give the movie probably an 80 because I just think it's well told, well shot, well edited, very well acted. It just needs the editing, like in the camera motion, is amazing, but it needs to be trimmed. Its time needs to go
Yeah, it was
down.
a very specific camera.
Yeah.
Like we were discussing in the car, like it's like that movie 1912, where it's like they like to splice the camera shots together to make it look like one shot.
Yeah, those are like in 1912 they have like whip pans or stuff like that where the camera whips really quickly over to you and the audience doesn't notice there's a cut right there in the middle. Whereas this one, like they would move behind people or move behind a house.
They
or
did
stuff
that
like
kind of thing in that too.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's a whip. They didn't do any whip pans in this. I never saw one whip pan.
Probably not.
But they did some really really good editing work. I enjoyed it a lot.
I thought it was interesting that they killed the girlfriend or wife of the son that died. Like, so the son died, and then you remember the girl that was singing?
Oh yeah, with her. Yeah, but remember that's what Viking funerals are like.
Yeah.
They bury you with your wives and your horse and your possessions and shit.
And one of the most, I'm hoping you guys have watched this before. You should
They
know by
haven't.
now we spoil things, but the fire, big hawk, the fire,
I'm getting to get spoiled by this big hawk.
the children fire.
Yeah,
Now that was uncomfortable.
all
Being
good.
parents.
I enjoy shit like that. You know, not that I enjoy seeing
Like,
kids get killed.
I hope my sons.
But I enjoy a movie or a story, because it doesn't just need to be a movie that, like,
makes you feel.
takes chances with something that is a gamble on your audience. You might lose some of your audience by fucking burning a house full of kids.
I wouldn't be
You know?
surprised, like if someone said, "Oh, I had to leave because I was uncomfortable," or "Oh,
Yep.
I threw up." Like it might not be to that level, but maybe close.
But
Like,
you can remember
if
there
I
was
was
people
queasy or something.
there was people leaving in Saving Private Ryan
Yeah.
during the opening because they were like, dude, I just can't fucking take this. Saving Private Ryan
which is not that big a deal now.
But Saving Private Ryan is by no stretch of the imagination a bad film. It's a
No, it's
amazingly
amazing,
good
yeah.
film. But that opening is extremely hard to watch. You know what I mean? That opening of the D-Day of storming Normandy, that is hard to fucking watch.
I like my army movies,
I
my war movies.
you know what's funny too is I rented Saving Private Ryan and the Thin Red Lines, Terrence Malick movie, the same night, and I watched Saving Private Ryan first. I was like, holy moly, like, that movie just blew me away. That was just incredible.
Is that the first time you watched
First time
it?
I've ever seen it, yeah. And then I watched The Thin Red Line by Terrence Malick, and I was like, what? What the fuck is this? And I remember being so bored, and then, who the fuck is Terrence Malick? And then watching some of the other stuff going, oh, I don't like Terrence Malick. I think he sucks. So that was my introduction to Terrence Malick.
Watch stuff and you'll learn stuff.
That's right. But don't watch Terrence Malick
Quote of
stuff.
the week.
It's just boring.
All right, don't go to the Northman.
Fuck off. Go to the Northman.
I
And
give
watch
it,
him go-
I give it a 5 out of 10.
only
it's
problem-
okay.
Anya Taylor something
Oh, yeah.
is a fine
I get
actress.
I get it.
But I'm sorry, dude. I can't take my eyes off the fact I think her
You
eyes
can't
are
take
too
your
far
eyes off her
apart.
eyes.
And the good thing is when she's in a scene where she's supposed to make you uncomfortable, for me personally, it really works.
Works,
but
yeah.
my goodness, her eyes are just too far apart.
I'd be with
But
her.
she's a lovely person and
I
she's a
mean,
lovely actress.
if I wasn't married.
If I wasn't married, I think I'd go after that Alexandra Daddario. That girl is stunningly gorgeous.
Which one's that?
She was in, remember True Detective? First season of True Detective, Woody Harrelson's girlfriend?
Something more recent.
Oh, the Baywatch movie. She was in the Baywatch movie with Zach,
Oh my God.
Zach
Rob,
musical.
I can't remember
Zach
last week.
musical and Dwayne Johnson's.
Oh, it was an awful movie.
I never saw it. I just know that she's in it and she
So-
bounces around.
so bad.
She's gorgeous.
Watch and complain. Watchingcomplain.com. Comment, like, subscribe. Hit that bell.
Smash that subscribe button.
What
I
else is there?
can't
Follow
sell.
us on Twitter.
I can't sell. I can't. We're not on Twitter. Are
Yes, we are.
Okay, follow
I
us on
keep
Twitter.
tagging you. You just don't have your Twitter anymore.
I don't have Twitter installed on my phone. No, I haven't installed this. I have notifications turned off.
Instagram, which I stopped
Reddit.
doing.
Do Reddit. Reddit is fun.
Yeah, Reddit are 3 subscribers.
You know what, Reddit? You know what? Oh, can people see what you follow on Reddit?
It can see certain things.
Because I wonder if they see
I don't know if it sees your followed communities, but I think it sees your likes and your comments. And your comments for sure.
Because I wonder if maybe that's why we're getting. Because people are like, oh, I could follow these young boys. They look like they watch it. Oh my goodness, this guy's in Whoremaster videos. That's subreddit. Maybe I'll stay away from that, man.
What's that subreddit? You should send it my way.
Sluts who dig dongs.
Big Hawk.
Sluts who dig big hawk.
R/Big Hawk.
Bighawk.com.
Rip Big Hawk.
Maybe he died of mouth cancer. Because look at that mouth. This is the worst drawing I think I've ever fucking
He's
seen.
sitting there like he's about to eat a cheeseburger. He's just like,
He looks like he may be having a stroke. He's right in the middle of it. He's like, ah! He had an aneurysm. All right, watchingcomplainabout.us.com.
that's probably cut.